Hello, folks. No one sucks boating. Bare Bones Broadcasting. I want to remind you of something. Humans are running all over the place now, sneaking around, setting each other up for some kind of a entrapment of humiliating you and punishing you or something, or restricting you in some way. You know how dumb that is? To do that, you know, your life is a pre-written script. You live it. It doesn't have any setup in it. It's all contribution. I don't live that way. I live off the top of my head. I don't have time to set you up. My life is a setup, though. And I didn't write my script. And the fact that I've lived with this planet, you are all set up now. You sure are. I'll testify at that meeting. I'll testify now. It ain't worth a damn because you're not paying attention. You don't care. At that meeting, something that loves everyone unconditionally will hold that meeting. You don't know what that's like. You've never been in a meeting with something that loved you all unconditionally simultaneously. You know nothing of it. You won't like me when that takes place. There's no stopping me. And the thing wrote the script that I experienced. You don't have the same script that I do. Even though you do, because you refuse and you, all the way to the end, you'll refuse. So in a way, you don't have it at all. Only I do. Wow. I look forward to that. When you have my script and refuse to say it, and it glows all over you when I say it. In front of something that loves everything unconditionally, simultaneously. And I'm talking about genetics deep. I'll tell you what's there more. You know how many sperms did not, the least amount of what's created made it here. The least. Most of it didn't make it. That is all there at that meeting. And you are the least there of what was created. And it's all done. It's already done and created, and the most of it didn't get experienced. Think about that. And cosmos thick. Science reports that. Are we going to deny that report? Religion won't and can't deny it. Science screams that at you. You know that, and you're playing dumb about it with every remark you're making here now. God have pity on you when I show up. I'm the dumbest one among you, screaming the loudest. And everyone loved unconditionally. You won't like me. I affirm to you. I am a DNF student come to cause a lot of trouble in that school, and I don't bring violence one bit. No terrorism with me. You're going to find out you have been terrorized in that school. And it's a house of terrorism to your mind. Yes, it is. And every time a test comes up, you freak. And why are they causing you a freak with a test? It's like a peace sign in the middle of the street in Syria. You idiot! That ain't the way to fix things in Syria, in Egypt, in Libya. That didn't work. It's not going to work. Stop doing it! That's not getting attention to what has to get attention here. No, it ain't. Is it coming up with lovely remarks? Anywhere it goes. Then why are you doing it? You can see the result. You're coming up with more anarchy than you started. That ain't working. Got to go another route here. Yeah, you do. Now, somebody can't tell you that. The citizen of the United States can. I'll tell you that. That has been drilled into me. Plenty. The United States, you do not cause discord among brethren. Do you understand me? Don't come here doing it, Europe. Europe has no problem causing discord among brethren. No, they don't. 3 of them in the line the other day, speaking European behind me. I said, you know, you don't show each other that camaraderie, hugging each other and carrying on speaking European in front of me. I said, you don't do that at home. What are you doing here? Why don't you show that camaraderie at home before you come here? Don't speak the English. Ha! Why are you here, you punk? I'd like to go to Europe and introduce a new language that no one in Europe understands, and it's the universal, genuine language of that continent. Only everyone there is so stupid and stubborn they'll never learn it. I hope it's very Chinese. And I hope the Chinese spill over Europe and bring their lovely language and all their symbols with them, and Europe never gets to understand any of it. And they just die out. All of Europe, genetics, inbred by Chinese. Yes! And that trouble spot never remembered again, as the way it's getting remembered now. Hypocrite. Never lives in Europe ever again. Wow. Won't that be nice? The Chinese inbreeding Europe removed every hypocrite that'll ever live there again. Yes! I look forward to it in my mind. What a nice day for this planet when that takes place. Mon ami! Europe! Barebones Broadcasting, Norman Woodstock Spalding. Casting conceptual material for your thought processes, what might get said today, now, in front of the children. Something very nice, please. In front of the children today. Please. Tell them they're lovely. And you're sorry they're here in such a chaotic nightmare, and you'll do everything you can for their convenience and frequency to an explanation where they can get engaged and used. Because they must get used now. And I'm not talking about where you lay on your butt and they do your work for you. That's not what I'm talking about. Get used in the reasoning. The children have to get used in the reasoning right now of what has to happen and why it can't for a while. And getting used in the reasoning of what has to happen because what has to happen can't happen. And what has to happen in place of it. And it's a lot of work. Well, it's very nice. Everyone's included. There's no exclusive anymore. Everyone's inclusive. And we find out all the terms that match inclusive, like mammal and mutual and contribution, duty, and everyone using their hands to do it too, along with the children. Everyone getting their hands dirty. Each one. We all came through childhood, and we can all do the chores of childhood again. Oh yeah, we got a lot of experience at that. Especially the giggling part. The breaking down and confessing we're hypocrites. Or our parents are. That's why we confessed our parents were hypocrites and giggled. Or we wouldn't be here. We can giggle about that.